job is so boring that only a robot can do it, and even that is already showing signs of clinical depression. Hi.
Please state your business.
I want to place a forwarding request.
State the reason for your forwarding request.
Well, I'll be living in Elysium in the future.
Self-importance error.
Where can I make a radio call?
Outgoing radio calls can be made from every registered private radio device.
Where would I find one of these registered private devices?
There is no radio device registered for long-distance calls.
What's that supposed to mean? It has to be possible to make outgoing calls somehow.
Not while using a private radio device.
Are there other radio devices registered?
There are 3 registered devices for local calls. One is situated in the mayor's office, another at the front desk counter in the town hall. The communication system of the emergency station is the 3rd one.
But it's only possible to make internal calls from there? Well, that's perfect. Are there absolutely no long-distance devices?
There are no long-distance devices except the listening post of the post office and the reserve system in the vault.
Well, so there are 2 of them after all.
Both devices are not cleared for public use.
Damn. I'd like to register a private radio device for long-distance calls.
Very well. Where shall the device be installed?
Tony's house is located in Grid Square 4, right at the East Tunnel exit.
Your order has been placed. The installation of the device will presumably be completed in calendar week 63.
What? That's a quarter of a year from now. I'll have long since left Kuvak by then.
The installation of the device will take 3.799 months. During this period, your house will be disconnected from the electricity grid and the community's water mains. Ear protection muffs for the noise during the nightly drilling are included in the costs. By what means do you wish to pay?
Yeah, Tony will pay for me. May I enter the vault?
Over the corroded remains of my wrecked body.
I think I can arrange that. Dude, you're no fun at all. I mean, don't you ever have some fun on your job?
Define fun.
Oh man, you're hopeless. I'm talking about F-U-N. Like when someone falls into an open sewer right in front of your eyes, or accidentally sets fire to his own foot.
Destruction is fun.
Yes, as long as it's not happening to you.
I like popping the bubbles in bubble wrap. Is that fun, too?
Whoa, if you're into that kind of thing.
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap to pad packages that contain smaller objects which have accidentally been put into boxes of postage level 3, and that very rarely ever happens.
But when it happens, I guess it's party all around, right? So you have a thing for bubble wrap?
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap to pad packages that contain smaller objects which have accidentally been put into boxes of postage level 3, and that very rarely ever happens.
So you have a thing for bubble wrap?
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap to pad packages that contain smaller objects which have accidentally been put into boxes of postage level 3, and that very rarely ever happens.
What's that scratching noise? Is that coming from behind the hatch?
Yes, it's the Postal Service replacement cat's scratches you catch.
The scratching from behind the hatch matches that of Postal Service replacement cats exactly?
It's the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch.
Wow. Postal Service replacement cats. That's cute.
And quite useful. I have to replace the regular Postal Service cats when they catch dirt.
But don't you have to clean the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch?
I do have to clean the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch, but there's an unmatched catch.
So what's the unmatched catch with the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch?
I have to dispatch the batch of Postal Service replacement cats from the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch to a latched Postal Service replacement cat's backup hatch.
Holy moly. See you later. A cat in a hamster wheel. Aww, cute and strange. So a cat licks the stamp? Well, I hope it knows what it's doing. A bit too slow or a bit too fast, and whoops-a-daisy, the package gets the wrong postage.
Error, error.
All right, suit yourself. An appropriate souvenir to remind me how I woke goal with a kiss. And there was something about a funnel. Nah, can't remember. Work. Yeah, right. She's just sitting there twiddling her thumbs. I can do that too. What was that again about the gift vouchers?
They're gift vouchers. You hand them in at the post office, and they deliver the merchandise. And no, you can't have them as a gift.
Then why are they called gift vouchers? You know, Tony, I've been through a lot lately.
You don't say. If you didn't injure yourself all the time, I wouldn't have any fun in my life at all. But in case something happens to you again, you know where to find my first aid kit.
You wouldn't have some coffee somewhere around here, would you?
Since you've been staying with me, I've only had decaf. And even that is too strong. Maybe I should finally get rid of the coffee grinder. It's just using up space, like you.
I've got to go.
I've been saying that for years, but here you still are.
Wakey, wakey. See how that works? Dozer. Hey, Tony, I have a present for you.
Hello, hello. Didn't I say you're not to bring animals into my store?
Yeah, but I thought that only concerned rats and insects.
And?
Yeah, and water buffaloes. But this parrot is completely different. He's smart, clean, doesn't break stuff, and he doesn't even have lice.
Wow. So he's the exact opposite of you.
Oh, that's very funny, Tony. I just thought you could use someone who listens to you, so you can chew someone else's ear off for a change.
Well, at least I won't be talking to a brick wall.
Very funny, Tony.
I like him.
Yeah, it's no surprise there. He sounds like your mother. And there's a certain resemblance, too.
Get out. Get out! Ugh. I should have listened to my mother. Be careful with this guy, Tony. He's an egotistical maniac.
Egotistical maniac?
Just you wait till you see him in action. Just the other week, he filled the cemetery's lawnmower with Cool Whip.
Maniac! Maniac!
Poor bird. It won't be long before he starts pining for toxic mine fumes again. I'm as deadly as a poison dart frog, but much cooler. A poison dart, The funnel would make an excellent blowpipe. Indeed.
A dart?
Grrr.
A little longer.
Grrr.
And...
Ah. Oh, what am I getting mad at anyway?
strike!
And then Rufus greased the bees with fat for deep frying just so he could... Wait a second. Here he is again. Let's talk later, okay? I don't want him to hang around here without supervision.
Ah! Poor Tony. Ah!
Hi, Rufus. Thanks again for the bird.
Rufus isn't no good, Nick. Ah!
Such a smart animal.
Hey, Tony, I'll just grab a couple of these vouchers, okay? And while we're at it, can you do the dishes this week? I like Tony much better this way. I was beginning to fear that her body had adapted to tranquilizers. Oh, by the way, I used your family pictures to insulate a weather balloon.
Just a moment. What?
Ah!
Did you mention weather balloons?
No, I said vouchers. Will you look at those nifty vouchers?
Keep your hands off. I've counted them.
Tony's last therapist used to parrot everything she said.
What are you doing?
I better take him back. You're a bad influence on him.
You do that. I already have a sore throat. Repeating myself all over again makes me quite depressed.
Those are all lies, you hear?
Rufus don't have expert. Ah!
Cheap lies.